Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Let's practice level 3 of Three Little Birds. It looks like this. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't. Now, the benefits to this is we are working on our finger picking. We are going to learn some triads or some inversions today, which are really useful for movable shapes. We are working on our vibrato and our string bending, and we are still going to work on more string muting. So let's dive right into it. To start, we have our new way to play the A chord using the triad. So it looks like this. It's kind of like an F chord, but you just moved it up to the 7th fret here. So you have ring finger, 7th fret on the D, middle finger, 6th fret on the G, and pointer finger, 5th fret on the A. Since we're finger picking, we don't really have to worry about the open strings so much, but we are just going to pluck the D, G, and B strings. So this is our A chord. Now, we're going to play it the same way as we did over here, except now we're going to play it up here. And instead of using all 3 of our fingers like this, we're only going to use 2 like that. So it looks like this. So try the string muting with me as well, like this. Go ahead and join in. We're using our picking hand to mute the strings. Now let's do the same thing, except this time let's take it slower. And what we're going to do is this. So we're just going to put our pinky finger here to prepare us for the next part. So just try this with me. And we're going to shift back and forth. As soon as you mute the strings, your pinky finger will go down at the same time. Just a few more times. 2 more times. Last time. And this is what we call a finger substitution, which is also really helpful in making things sound more legato, which is very useful in other riffs too. But the reason why I had you do that is now this. Now we're going to be in this. This pentatonic position to play the rest of the melody line. So the reason why I wouldn't recommend that you play your A chord this way is because it's not very common to play our this version of the inversion this way. It's a lot easier to grab it and move it around using these fingers. So this is a more transferable shape than this one is. Now that we're here, we have 7. Then if you need to, you can shift to the 4th fret, back to the 7th fret, and then you're going to use your middle finger to grab the 5th fret. So let's just practice this part. And we'll do a count in every time. Ready, set, go. 2, E, and 1, 2, ready, go. 2, E, and 1, 2, ready, go. I'll teach you about bending in a second. 1, 2, 1 more time. 1, 2, and stop. So now to do the bend, there's a couple different ways. It kind of really depends on where your thumb placement is. If your thumb is back here, then you just kind of push down on it and you go up and down like this. When we do bends, we want to kind of think of it as, well, actually, it kind of depends on what genre of music you're playing. In this genre, I find it to be helpful to think of this bend as like vocal vibrato. Not like a B, but just kind of like. nice and smooth like that. So if your thumb placement is here, you'll do that. Now, if your thumb placement is up here, which I would recommend, it's kind of like I'm grabbing the neck like this. The reason why I like this is because my first finger is here muting the G string in case I accidentally pick it. And my thumb is also muting the low E. So more strings are muted. And I can kind of like tilt my wrist a little bit. I'm not tilting it that much, just a little bit as my finger is bending up and down. And it kind of helps me get more of the vibrato sound that I'm looking for. So let's practice this again. And try adding the bend. Here we go. Ready, go. Ready, go. One more time. And you don't have to do this vibrato, you can just do. But it kind of adds just a little sauce to the riff. So after we do this, then you're going to use your ring finger to play the 6th fret on the G string. And then first finger plays the 4th fret. And then we go back to the 7th fret. And then once we get to the 7th fret, we're going to do another finger substitution to get us prepped for the next bar. So let's try this whole section very slowly. Like 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, finger substitution. And then we'll just kind of do a count in a loop every time. So 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, finger substitution. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, finger substitution. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, E, and 4, E, finger substitution. 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, finger substitution. One more time. 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, finger substitution. And your finger substitutions, there can be a gap there. You don't have to make it legato like that. Like that. So now let's move on to the D chord. So this is our next inversion, and there's many different ways to play it. The way that I like to play it, because my ring finger is right here already, is I like to take my ring finger and just bar across the 7th fret like this, because my joint can bend like this. I prefer to use my ring finger to bar because this ring finger has a lot of weight and power to it. So although it might look intimidating, if you can get this down, this is actually very, very super useful to get down. Either ring finger or pinky is another way that you can do it too. I don't like the pinky as much because it doesn't have as much power for me, but it is a smaller finger, so it is able to, you know, like let the high E string ring out and stuff like that when I'm doing bar chords. But if this is flat, then that's okay too, because that's all we're doing with it. I'm just able to bend this joint. And if you absolutely don't like using either of these fingers, then you can shift and use your first finger, just like you did with the A chord, except now you're on the 7th fret. And heads up, that's also what we're gonna do for this riff. So from here, now we're here. And that's all we're gonna do is just. So try this with me with whatever finger you want. and just keep on going. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 2, 3, 4. And what's also cool about this is that you can use your left hand to help mute. So like this. So what I'm doing there is just pushing down when I want to and lifting off when I don't want it to ring out. So just try that too. About that fast. 1, 2. You can use again whatever finger you want. So that can be really useful, especially in different riffs with different funk guitar elements incorporated into it. So now that we've practiced that, let's just practice this transition from this bar into this bar here. So we'll do the same thing where we did 2 E and 3 E and 4 E switch. Now, about that fast. Here we go. 2 E and 3 E and 4 E switch, and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E switch, and 1 E and 2 E and then again for the muting, it doesn't really matter which way you want to do it. One more time. 2 E and 3 E and 4 E switch, and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and then after we do this, then you go back to the A triad in whatever way that you need to, whether it's from here to here, or from here to here, or from here to here. And we're going to practice that more in the practice video. So this is level 3 of Three Little Birds. I'll see you in the practice video.